So you have 59% versus Protoss, 61% versus Terran, and 45% versus Zerg. Now the 45% doesn't necessarily mean that it is your worst matchup, but it kind of depends on what you feel about it. Like, most of the time we can cover one matchup per hour. And obviously we're going to be coaching for an hour, so most of the time it's best to just pick one matchup, especially when you're like above Gold League, and go from there. So it kind of depends on what you want to be doing. But yeah, just let me know.
Well, I have builds for ZVT and ZVZ. Like ZVT, I just do the Ions 1-1 build,
Mm-hmm.
and then versus Zerg, I do the Impact kind of gasless build. The
Yeah.
only thing is that only works on certain maps. So ZVZ on maps that aren't that good for gasless would probably be a good idea
Mm-hmm.
to cover. And then Protoss, I just saturate 3 bases, and then
Make
they usually
stuff.
let me do that. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's kind of up to you if you want to do ZVP or ZVZ, like Zergling Baneling openers. It's something we could be focusing on. I did ZVZ gas or ZVZ gas openers last week, so you could also like check that one out on YouTube. Was a
Yeah.
guy, I believe, around the same level, which is literally just going over that exact build. But it kind of depends on what you want.
Yeah, whatever would make the stream best. All for the stream, people.
Oh man. Okay, guys, we have to pull a straw poll on this one. So it's either ZVZ, ZVZ. Okay, what matchup? ZVZ gas openers, right?
Yeah,
Or ZVP in general, right?
exactly.
Cool. Let me create the poll. I'll post this one in the chat, guys, so make sure to fill it. Let's see who wins. Gotta straw poll it up. Oh shit. I think we have our answer. Oh no, wait. Looks like ZVP is gonna win. Oh, I said it for a second, but it looks like ZVP is what people would want, by just a slight margin.
We good?
Yep, I'm good. Well, I don't know if Gaffy Bear is, but we'll see. Oh, there we go. Starting the game after he's or before he says ready. Okay. So the first game, usually the best thing to do is just have you play your normal game, where I won't really like give you any pointers or any help. And then the second one, after we take a look at the replay, I will like give you a couple of pointers where we can have a look at like room for improvement and all that kind of stuff. So just play like your most standard game, and yeah, just have a look at what you normally do.
And just do it with a few hundred people watching.
Yeah, no pressure, man. No pressure.
Oh.
Whenever I'm talking too much, feel free to just tell me to shut up.
I don't know, I'll probably just stop responding.
Yeah. I understand it's a little bit tricky to play with a whole lot of people watching and like someone yelling in your ear and stuff. It's the blue switches, man. Isn't it?
Oh, these are blocks.
Oh, fuck. Black switches, oh.
Yeah.
You don't hear those
Make it
too
hard
much.
for myself.
Oh. Making it unnecessarily difficult. No, black switches are cool. They're good for double tapping and all that. So what do you usually see from Protosses? Do you usually see like one given strategy or like all kinds of stuff?
Protoss seem to be pretty random to me, so I just 15 pool, 16 hatch, and then hope for the best.
Okay.
Nope. Zaz probe.
So you said earlier that you usually try and get 3 bases up with drones as soon as possible, right?
Yeah.
Loco's box is covering the minerals. Oh wait. Let me turn that thing off. There we go. Is that better? Actually, what we can do Do it like this.
He's probably walking.
So yeah, I'm just watching this game through your vision as well. I just have the production tab open so I can somewhat see what the Protoss is doing, but I pretty much know as much as you do.
Nah.
Well, wouldn't have to worry about that too much.
What time do you go and check again for
like a cannon rush?
Yeah.
Most of the time if you go pool first, you don't really check for it. You just make like 4 Zerglings or 2 Zerglings and go from there. Well.
Whoa. I never hotkeyed this. Oh, mother.
Yeah.
Do I have to pull? Well, no.
No, you might as well just cancel the hatchery from now on. It's annoying because it's just an example game, you know? It's kind of annoying when people do that, but can't really change too much about that. Oh, I'll just play it out like you would normally do.
Oh, you mother. Okay, well, I guess he spent money.
Yeah, I spent a lot on that.
Actually, just in case.
You might want to pull a couple of Zerglings, yeah, because you don't want to get kind of rushed there as well. Wow. He was planning for the double cannon rush. Also, what might be happening is that he's obviously watching the stream at the same time, which might make it very tricky. Because he knows exactly what you're up to, right? Now, keep in mind, he always like delays a whole lot of stuff as well by doing all of this. Because he spent 2 cannons and 2 pylons, which is 500 minerals, where you spent 350 and some time on it, so... he delayed like all kinds of stuff, such as like the cybernetics core for this, so... It ended up being just a little bit annoying. It's not the biggest of deals.
Don't even really know what to go for now. Normally I'd take my gases like 44 or whatever, but...
Yeah, you took him a little bit earlier this time, so that might mean you want to get Zergling speed first instead of a lair, but we'll see. Just put the drones in the gas geysers and then rally everything to the 3rd base. Now the usual time for a Roach Warren is 6:30, so I wouldn't really change that. I would still go for a 6:30 Roach Warren. I've got to keep in mind that you can still use that 2 pylons that are in your natural later on for proxies as well, so... or like a proxy pylon.
That at some point.
Yeah, we don't really need to worry about that yet, but... So try and have a look with your Overlord at his natural to see if he's building anything.
No, well, he's got the Nexus, but no can't.
Yeah. So most of the time in these sort of situations, right around 7.5 to 8 minutes is when they finish their warp gates. So usually whenever that Roach Warren finishes, it's wise to make a couple of roaches, maybe like 8 or so.
Yeah, just to even clear the...
Yeah. You will be at a pretty big economy advantage anyway. If you take a look at income right now, you're 36 drones versus 28 probes, so you're pretty big in advantage right now. So just gonna need to make sure you don't just randomly die to like a timing attack. Okay. Okay, just start the lair up already? I would start that, as well as like an Evo chamber. Okay, I would make more roaches as well as more units right now. Also start link speed if you haven't already. Get some more gases. We'll definitely take out the 2 pylons. Those are the most important right there. Let's start +1 ranged. Okay, so honestly, this is very well done so far. Like, considering the way you got cannon rushed, you had to like take the third and all that. That was definitely like the correct way to fix it. So that's well done. Just kind of need to figure out what he's up to. So you might want to fly in like an overlord or 2. And already in advance replace these overlords, so make like 3 or so. There's still a pylon as well behind the mineral line.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, my inject's off.
That's cool. Just get back to 16 drones in this base. Okay, well done. We'll start roach speed and see what he's at with these overlords. Okay, robotics and more gateways being added on. Okay, so most likely gonna be some sort of all-in. So what you want to try and do is get a little bit more economy than him. So get about 8 or so drones for that base, and then go massive amounts of units. Any drones you overmake right now are too risky, but from here on out, just make only units.
I just made 8 drones for that one base.
Okay, good. Just make sure he doesn't take a third, so put your overlords in position so you can...
money.
Yeah, so you can spot both of them. And I would make a couple more overlords anyway.
Hydra?
I would probably just stay with roaches. If you want to, you can add some extra queens as well, which are sometimes very useful. And I would try and get the watchtowers back. So I would literally just move this army that you got right now to his watchtower and see exactly what he's up to. That's nice for you, actually. Yeah, and just try and get that money down all the way. If it's difficult, just make a macro hatchery as well. And start some more queens. Okay. Now you're pretty much blind on the bottom side of the map, so you might want to send over 1 drone or 1 roach. And you definitely need to get that money down though, because this is a big deal. It's a lot of money. But I would definitely take his watchtower right now. The other watchtower at the bottom part of the map. Okay, try and hit the queen injects again. And at this point, if he's still not going to be attacking, I would go start teching up for a hive as well pretty soon. Because if he's still on 2 bases, what is he going to make? Well, it looks like there's a probe moving out right now. So you might want to have a look at if you can deny something right there while getting a 4th yourself. Did you get roach speed, by the way? I think so.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I would actually try and get a cancel on that base. You can actually have a look at his army right now as well with that overlord.
Oh, you mean there? Okay.
Yeah, you can with your overlord that is at his natural, you can sort of see what he's at. Okay, just watch out you don't get caught in force fields.
Our forces are under attack.
Come on, quick.
Oh, no, run. Okay, you want to go for a hive? You want to go for a 4th base as well? And I would start some more gases at the natural. Cool. So, just make 1 set of Zerglings for both watchtowers right now, because you really need to get that control up. Because if he all of a sudden moves out through the bottom part of the map, you're pretty much dead, right? So, definitely need to have some fish in there. Because he can just walk to your 3rd base without you seeing it. Okay, good. One of the hatcheries, by the way, is not hotkeyed.
Man, my money's just been bad this game.
It's because your droning up is so good. It's a nice thing, though. It's a good problem to have.
Oh, why do I have so much? Oh, no gas.
Yeah, you might want to also take a Hydra list then. But we definitely need to try and get that money down. Now, you don't really want to max out on only roaches. That's a bit risky, so I would start +1 armor right now as well. And double upgrades, actually. And a couple of Vipers as soon as you can.
Mineral field depleted.
So I would definitely make another upgrade in that. Oh, you can't actually. Never mind.
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, I would make a couple of Vipers and put them on a separate hotkey group. And after that I would try and max out with Roach Hydra Viper if you can. Okay, good. Watch out though. Force fields. Ooh, I would not risk it, yeah. I would make a couple of Vipers right now. The Vipers are gonna be absolutely crucial. Make like 3 or 4. Yeah. Okay, cool. And just put them on a separate hotkey. Okay, well done. Wanna make a couple of Evo chambers as well. For the energy of the Vipers. And start the upgrades for the Hydras. I would go ranged first and then speed. You can just queue them up at this point. Okay. So hit all the queen injects. Get the gas geysers at that 4th. And start consuming some energy. I would just take the macro hatchery for now and then switch over to the...
No.
Okay, so we might want to go for a switch into Broodlords if you want, so you could already make the Great Aspire. Now we do want to have some sort of bank, so just don't spend too much gas right now. Oh, watch out! Okay, so a lot of Hydras are chilling somewhere, I'm not completely sure where they're at. We made like 20 of them. Okay. The only thing that you need on a separate hotkey group right now are the Vipers. Are they already having energy?
Metamorphosis complete.
Yeah. Gotta click him. Click, 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 click.
Under attack.
So do you ever play Roach Hydra Viper?
I play Roach Hydra. The Vipers are kind of a new addition for me.
Okay. Yeah, the Vipers are pretty much crucial. You need to abduct those Colossus if you can. And then after that, if you have any energy left, make sure to blinding cloud him. But never fight without the Vipers there.
Vipers.
Moving up a ramp is pretty risky, but if you have proper blinding clouds, it's kind of fast right now. Here we go. Attack move.
Ooh. Nope. Don't like that fight.
Nope. Yeah, that was pretty poor positioning right there. Usually, if you don't have to attack, you don't really want to. You do have a Great Aspire though, so you might want to make a couple of Corruptors right now and put them on a separate hotkey. But ideally, we also want to add a couple more Vipers back. So usually what you do is first attack move with your army, and then move in with the Vipers and abduct. Okay, let's see if you can get something done again. Because you need some supply cleanup anyway for the Greater Spire units. Need to be risky, or need to be careful though, because moving up that ramp is too big of a deal. Right now the Protoss is maxed as well, so...
I only have one Viper.
Yeah, just make sure you get a really big concave if you play Roach Hydra Viper. You might want to start +1 attack on ranged as well. And another armor upgrade. Okay, so after you lose the next fight, which is gonna happen, because it's
optimism.
Protoss. No, it's Protoss. You're like the next fight is always gonna go like in the Protoss' favor, but then what you want to do is switch into Corruptors, or you know, Great Aspire. Okay, get the Viper here as well. Yeah, you might want to pull back.
No.
Okay, move the whole army back. And morph those units into greater... What are they even called? Broodlords. There we go. Okay. And now you want to try and max out again, so I would make a whole lot of roaches and zerglings if I were you. You need to max out. Cool. Okay, so put everything on one hotkey group, and then the Great Aspire units on a separate one. So you need to watch out though. Oh, His units are at the watchtower. Oh no, no!
Oh, why I can't though?
Oh, okay.
I think that's probably game.
Oh, that's too bad.
The Hydra is under attack.
Oh, that's too bad. I think we would have won that with the... Honestly though, that game was very well played considering everything. Is this usually how like a game would go?
The cannon rush just messed me up in the beginning. Like, normally it's like a 12-minute max type thing, and then I either win there or this happens.
Yeah, I actually thought you like responded really well to the cannon rush though. Like you droned up very aggressively after that, and that was actually very well done. Most of the people like fuck up after that, where they start making way too many units, whereas you actually did it very well. I think the main thing that went wrong in that game are the engagements. Yeah, could you give me the party lead so we can actually open up the replay? But I think that was actually very well played. Like that was better than most Platinum leagues.
Other than the floating 3K for a lot of it.
Yeah, well that's usually like the result of you know, me talking to you and a lot of people watching and all that. Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are saying that you should play Swarm Host, but honestly I don't really think that's gonna help you too much. Do you ever play Swarm Host?
No, I've kind of avoided that unit.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good thing to be honest, because it's really tricky to use, and it's I can't really coach you on that, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's literally like, hey, burrow here and just make static defense. So I don't think it's necessary at all, especially not in Platinum League.
No. If I clean the start of the game up, I should never even get to Swarm
Yeah.
Host play in Platinum, but...
So let's have a look at like how you can have that money down a whole lot, and how we can actually engage a little bit better. I think that was like the biggest things in this game. Like the build order, it was pretty solid. Like the macro, the drone timings and all that were really solid as well. Because most of the people would make a whole lot of units right now, whereas you make only a couple of roaches and then went back to drones, which is the correct thing to do. Overlord positioning was very solid as well, to be honest. So right now is when the money starts piling up like crazy,
Yeah.
right? Other than
Because
like
not having the larva from that extra hatchery really messed me up.
Yeah.
So, do I just take a macro hatch sooner if my third gets, or my, yeah, I guess my third gets delayed so long?
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Like, just get the macro hatchery and like focus a little bit more on queen injects. Because right now they're at 34 energy, but they actually start piling up energy quite a little bit right now. Like right now it's at 60, and then you inject again. So every single time you're losing like 10 seconds on the queen inject, which just starts piling up really, really quickly. So right now it's at 70 energy, and you know it's already having. Like the one in the main base right now, and that one in the third as well. They basically both miss 2 full inject cycles, right? Which is about 10 larvae or so that you're missing out on. So I would try and focus more on the queen injects at that point, as well as getting the macro hatchery a little bit earlier. Most of the time, what happens in ZVP once you get a big economy up, you start noticing this point where you know that you won't be able to start spending your money. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but at some point you're like, okay, I'm gonna be flooding a lot of minerals. Usually that is exactly the time that you want to be getting the macro hatchery. So usually that's right around 500 to 600 minerals or so. Whenever you hit that, just go straight into a macro hatchery.
Cat.
I also wouldn't worry too much about making like 2 or 3 macro hatcheries. Like even though it's not something the pro gamers do, it's still a good thing to do, right? Because if you have a lot of like just supply or a lot of money,
Better
just
to have
that
units
minerals.
than money.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just feel free to also make like another macro hatchery right there, or maybe even right there, like make 2 more, just to get that money done, because that would actually, you know, give you some use instead of like just a number on your screen. So as far as macro goes, I would try and focus on getting the macro hatcheries a little bit quicker, as well as getting the queen side, or the queen injects done a little bit tighter.
Game resumed.
And now let's go to the actual engagement. Because yeah, you said you don't really play the Viper, right?
Game
No.
paused.
Yeah, I would definitely try and do that a whole lot more, because Roach Hydra Viper is so much stronger than just Roach Hydra. So let's go to the actual engagement that happens in a little bit. Without me killing your computer. Or Gaffy Bear's one.
Oh, this should be able to handle it.
Remember when they added that feature to skip forward in a replay and everyone got really excited?
And then really it was just, it kind of goes black for a while.
Yeah, it does go times 8 speed. Okay, so this is one massive engagement right here. So,
Paused.
what, sorry?
Oh no, I just looked like I was going to run straight into that.
Yeah, so the first thing I would never do is like fight up a ramp like that. Usually, usually that is never a good idea unless you're like at a really, really big advantage. But right now you're not completely sure if you're ahead and you don't really know where he is standing. All you know is that you have 4 bases and he has 3. And he's actually getting the 4th as well. But so I would never fight up a ramp unless you know for a fact that you've won the game. I mean, just you know, just cleaning up the last little bits. So that's the first thing I would change, is literally just the positioning. I like the way you're setting up a concave though. Like that is the correct way to do it. But most of the time what you want to do, let's say this is like a correct position to fight in, right? Usually what you end up doing whenever you play Roach Hydra Viper is getting your army in front right here and then putting your Hydras like straight behind them. So you actually have your Roaches and your Hydralisks in front, then the Protoss army straight in front of the Hydras and the Roaches, and then the Vipers behind them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the reason is that you don't literally just pull the Colossus to the side and then do nothing. So
Game resumed.
usually what you end up doing, just watch this fight. So you're actually already doing that with the Vipers right there. That's good.
Yeah.
Most of the time what you do is first attack move with the army, so that's 1A. And just attack move into this army, and then you hit the abduct ability on all of these Colossus, and if you have any excess energy, which you should have with 5 Vipers, you blinding cloud it. So you would click all these 3 Colossus, and then hit 2 blinding clouds. And I think you could have actually taken this fight.
I definitely messed up my Viper control. I've never really used them, so I just tried to shift the Colossus, shift the abduct ability. And it hooked 1 and then it just stopped.
Oh yeah, you don't actually need to shift them. You can just literally, I don't know what hotkey setup you use, but I would literally just select my Vipers, hit X, click on a Colossus, X click on another Colossus, X click on another Colossus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they would just individually, because you have 5 anyway and there's only 3 Colossus, so they automatically just do it. So how that would go is that I 1 attack move, then 2 select my Vipers and click individually on every single Colossus.
Okay.
Yeah, and other than that, like the Broodlord switch, I don't know if you've ever done that before.
Nope.
But it's also something that's definitely very strong versus like just straight up robo play like this.
Okay.
And then obviously like the last thing in this game was the well, yeah, I can't really rub it in right there, but you know, the place where you morph the Broodlords was a little bit off.
Yeah.
Usually you want to just put them. Oh, this
You
map,
don't
for
want
example,
to
is
kill
barely
them all?
green. Yeah.
Okay.
So you would just morph them like above the Evo chambers that you made for the somewhere around there, so he can't just blink under them and kill them.
Okay.
And even at the end though, it was still looking pretty good for you, but it's just very hard to kill a Protoss. So he moves out. He's maxed out. And
50 supply, just like nothing.
yeah, just never engage in like a position like that. Never fight upper ramp. And maybe also something that you want to try and keep in mind is never fight off creep. That's usually also a pretty good rule to keep. It's just to never go off creep unless you absolutely have to take a fight. But most of the time, just fighting on creep will already give you a big advantage. Because he was gonna move out anyway, right? He wouldn't position his army right there if he's not gonna move out. So, other than that, like let's just give it another try and see how it goes.
I can't really complain. Like I do the same builds every game, so how can we hate a Protoss for doing it?
No, that's true. Ultralisk and Zerg versus Protoss are usually not very good, Odin. You need a very, very specific strategy in order to make Ultralisk work. Because basically, the way a Protoss counters Ultras is to make charge lots. They're literally just warp in Zealots and win. So most of the time Ultras are a pretty bad choice. Unless they're like going for really heavy Blink Stalker play or something. And even in that sense you can just play like Hydra Ling and probably be better off. Ultras, I don't really like them. Not so much versus Protoss. It's kind of funny how a tier 1 unit can kill like a ultimate tier 3 unit of Zerg, but Zealots are just very good.
Yes.
Let's see if he's proxy gating you. He's not. Wow. What about the Ultra Zergling Queen style from Lenok? That one doesn't really work anymore. Unless your opponent doesn't scout it. The reason why that dies is just simply any kind of strong 2-base all-in, such as an Immortal Sentry, just sort of wins. So all a Protoss needs to do in order to counter that style is to literally do a mid-game push. Because in the mid-game you don't really have anything. But yeah, if you go for quick Ultras with Queens and it works out, then you will obviously win, but... if he blocks too long, just simply make an Overlord. If you hit around 4... Oh, well, there we go. Want to make an Overlord next anyway. So have a look with your first Overlord in his natural. And see exactly what's up right there, because we don't really see much. Do we see a gas? Nope.
Forge first, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. So I want to make a Queen and a set of Zerglings, exactly. And it looks like it's actually a gateway first into a Forge, and probably a Nexus.
Oh, what? There we go.
Means we can open up 3 hatch. Well, yeah, okay, Ultra Queen Infestor is obviously a great army composition, but getting there is the whole thing that's tricky. Okay, so you're literally just... Oh, well, look at the natural. I don't know what the guy is doing, but...
This guy's just fun.
You have Zerglings though, right? Pull like 5 drones if he makes a cannon. Really? Just target fire the cannon down. And okay, just attack move with these drones. Actually, I would just put the drones back to mining, because it's not gonna do anything. What was that?
Protoss!
Yeah! Makes a cannon when everything is dead.
I did miss my Overlord because of it, so I guess...
It's okay, just let's like do a double extract trick and make another queen. Cool, and just cancel the extractors.
Oh, oops. There we go.
Cool. Okay, I want to make a whole lot of drones. Creep 2 into the 3rd, and just pretend nothing happened.
I'll wait for that next queen to pop for that.
Okay.
Oh, a little bit early. There we go.
Okay, want to make the double, yep, good. You actually hit the 44 supply perfectly, so we're still completely on track, except for the fact that we're ahead, so that's nice. He's shocking me, man. I saw another cannon on the production tab, but it's in his natural. I was like, what? Where is he making that? Okay, I would re-rally the main base to the natural right now, because we got a bit too many. Okay, we'll spot it. And you also want to make the Roach Warren. I would never make a Roach Warren later than 6:30. 6:30 is usually the latest you make a Roach Warren.
Oh, okay.
And you also want to fly double Overlords in right now. While making drones for the third. So try and get that money down. If you can't manage to get the money down, simply make a macro hatchery. Okay, Queen injects. Good. Let's have a look at what he's making exactly. Want to start link speed as well.
So when do you decide to go lair before link speed?
Usually whenever you see double gas taken in a natural and a normal time, you take the lair first. So right now he's pretty late on his gases. Yeah, usually you see them right around 6 to 6:30, and right now it's 7.5 minutes. So you want to get the lair still, but I would get link speed first. So you want to get a lair next. Get some more gas guys going as well. And I would stop droning right now and start making only units, because this looks to be like some sort of all-in. Or at the very least I would make like a couple of roaches to like scout around. Okay, try and get that money down. Good. And make a couple of overlords again and start +1 attack. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be like an all-in right now from him, even though his gas is late. It might just be like, you know, that his build isn't very optimal. But we need to prepare for it either way. You might want to squeeze out a couple more drones to get like 8 more or so in the natural.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And just look around with these roaches. We need to know for a fact whether or not there's going to be a third base. Now, usually the third base for a Protoss lands around the 9-minute mark. At the very latest, 9.5. So we need to have these scouts ready. He might also take it at the gold, so you gotta also send something over there. I would start roach speed as soon as you can, which is going to be right around now. And start a whole lot of units, because we're max saturation right now, right? It's the greediest of greediest you can go. So I would make roaches and zerglings. Whenever you're out of gas, just make links. We should be fine though with this amount of gas, because these are like the typical Stefano opener, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure he doesn't have the gold though.
Oh yeah.
I think you have 2 zerglings at the watchtower.
I just sent a roach.
Oh, that works too. Okay. Much better on the queen injects this game, dude.
Well, this is like standard. This is I
This
can
is
deal with
comfortable,
this. Other than that, whatever he tried at the natural.
Okay. Whenever you're seeing this sort of stuff, at around 10 to 11 minutes, I would make an infestation pit and go for a hive. Because most of the time what happens is that after this army maxes out, you're just kind of screwed, right? Because if he sits back for too long and just gets Colossus out, we might just lose. So I think he's doing the exact same thing as last game. So we will need like some sort of hive play. Now roach speed is about to be done, so you need to move out as well. But yeah, your money is definitely so much better this game. You also 50 supply up this time around, so. The macro is very solid this one, man. Ambulance behind you. Okay, cool. So watch out by moving up that ramp. You can give it like a little try, but you need to watch out for some sort of force fields. We don't really know what composition he's having. So maybe send up 1 roach first. Yeah, cool. No, I would not be moving up there. So what I would do is start +2 attack, start a Hydra list then as well, and start a hive. So just start teching up. So once again, we're gonna go for Roach Hydra Viper. I also wouldn't contain him like that, to be honest, because it's too risky. You can just force field 1 part off. I mean, with your roaches on his side of the map.
Oh, okay.
And I would actually wait spending any money right now until the Hydra list then is done. So make a whole lot of Hydras. Didn't look like he had any Colossus yet, because we only saw a lot of Immortals, and Hydras are amazing for his stats, so. And usually you want to move they use the fort base mostly for the gas guys. There's maybe a couple of drones over there, so maybe make like 10 drones right now.
The extras? Nope. Oh, I'm actually low on saturation.
Yeah, so I would actually, how many drones are we at? Yeah. Yeah, you're not that low on saturation to be honest, because he obviously doesn't have a third yet, so.
Okay, I should go and try and deny this though.
Gotta be very careful. You want to start Hydra upgrades? And you would want to make a couple of Evo chambers again. For the Vipers that you might want to be making very soon. Now you gotta watch out that you take a good army or a good fight right now. If it doesn't work out, just pull back.
Don't get out.
Okay, get out. Just go home. Make a couple of Vipers. And the one movement, or your one time you
I
can't...
don't have a fire. Oh, I got extra there too.
Oh, you got the hive. You don't need a spire for Vipers. No.
2.
Okay. And that's usually the moment that you can actually start moving out on the map, is when you have Roach Hydra Viper. Because the Vipers sort of allow you to be safe versus like force fields like that. Whereas without them you're kind of screwed. So, want to try and get that up. Want to start +3 attack as well. As well as the other Hydra upgrade. Oh, it's not done yet. Okay, cool. I would start the other Hydra upgrade as well, Hydra speed. Okay, cool. And start getting some energy. Be very careful with your army out on a map like that. Can start +3 attack. And I might want to add some Zerglings into this army. It's usually kind of useful. You can use them for run-bys as well if you feel confident in that, but... Okay. It's good, by the way, how you add the units instantly to the control group. It's very useful. Are they full energy already? No, they're not. I would actually get some more energy.
Oh, how much does it take for an up?
Yeah, you need to actually do it a couple of times. The auto cancel it for whatever reason. Okay, so get the Great Aspire up. And start building that tank. Okay, so... You want to try and hit a very, very good engagement. You might want to put a Zergling at the bottom side of the map as well, so we have some vision over there, because you took that fort base. So I would literally just position one Zergling at the south side of the map. And you can start moving out. However, make sure to take a good engagement. If you can get to where your Zergling is at right now, the one that you just sent out, you can take a good engagement up that ramp. Force him to fight up that ramp. Take your Vipers with you, though. Oh, watch out.
Shit.
Okay, well spotted. Okay, run one Zergling in there to see exactly what he's up to. Okay, cool. That works too. Just make sure he doesn't just march into your fourth. Okay, he isn't. I checked. Okay, so you might want to try and get up this little ledge that your Vipers were just about to enter. Or yeah, that little ledge where your Zergling is just running up. And try and fight him right there. Need to be very
how do I
careful.
get a good engage over here?
Yeah, I would get to that high ground for sure.
I think he's up there.
Let's have a look. Okay, Green Jack's good. Okay, he's up there right now, so... Ooh. I would just run a Zergling constantly up there. You have a lot of Zerglings in here anyway. There's no reason not to. Ooh, yep. Okay, I would try and move up there if I were you. Looked like he was going back. And get these Vipers up. Because these Vipers, if you abduct that army properly, you should have a pretty good time.
Do I go up there?
You could try it, as long as you abduct properly, but if you don't feel confident having two control groups, that works too. So attack move up there, and then follow with the Vipers. Okay, Vipers. Abduct, abduct, abduct. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Okay, make a couple of Corruptors and go back home. Remember, you do have the Great Aspire. Also send the Vipers home. The Vipers are not going. Okay. Ooh, Corruptors. A couple, like 10 or so. Okay, and put this on a separate hotkey. Good. Now you made about 7, or you made 6 more Vipers right now, so make sure you get some energy on those as well. And you might want to try and switch out a couple of the Roaches that you got, and maybe try and go for a run by. Try and cancel that base at the top right there. He's going for the gold right now. Try and cancel that, because we need some extra supply for the...
Oh, if he's out of that, if he's in that position, I can actually take a fight.
Ooh, watch out though. We need some Great Aspire units with this.
Nope.
Okay, go back. Make these Great Aspire. You have the hotkey number 3. Hotkey 3. More of the brutes. Oh, not right there. We learned from that. Okay, good. If you get these up and you max out right now with more units, I would go for some extra Hydras and some extra links and some Roaches. I think you can win. Okay, good. Now this is going to be a 3 hotkey fight though that you're going to take, so it might not be something you're very comfortable with right now, but...
Nope.
So some tip that you might want to do is put your Vipers and just right click them on one of the Brute Lords. So you only need to control hotkey number 1 and hotkey number 3. So just right click on one of the Brute Lords, yeah. So you can actually move around like that. Okay, so I will move the Brute Lords forward. And take the Watchtower as well at the top right there, because you're probably going to engage at the gold. Okay, and move the Brute Lords forward. Okay, you can see him right there. Move the Broodies. Oh, unless he's gonna move, that works too. Now keep in mind you got Blinding Cloud on hotkey number 2. Okay, attack move with the Brutes. With the Brute Lords. Yep. And try and abduct and Blinding Cloud the best you can. Okay, watch out. Okay, Brute Lords. Blinding Cloud. Blinding Cloud on the high ground as well. And reinforce this army. Still think you can take
that
this
engage.
Yeah, that engage was not exactly what you wanted it to be. The idea was good, but obviously engaging with 3 hotkeys is something... Going from 1 to 3 hotkeys is something that is not very easy. Okay, attack move though. Ooh, you're giving him a lot of roaches. Yeah, I think this game is pretty much over, but... I'm pretty damn sure you could have taken that engagement, to be honest. But it's just a matter of not being comfortable with it. But how did that, like, was that, like, something you feel comfortable with at all, or felt that, like, completely
The start of
weird?
that game was fine, because that was, like, kind of standard game, so everything went fairly smoothly. And then it's just getting used to the composition, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was pretty well played, though, like, everything considered at the very end. I think it was very well done, but there's just a couple of things that should have changed. So I would just take the Protoss army, and you should try and engage as best as you possibly can. So most of the time what you want to try and have done is get the Brute Lords in a position that they can fire from behind the actual Roach Hydra army. And then while that is happening, you can actually use Blinding Clouds and Abduct. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I just actually had to, like, click on the Vipers and see what Binding Cloud hotkey was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's go a little bit before that. So we can give it one try, because I don't want to wait 10 minutes on every single replay. Let's go like a minute before it or so. 21 minutes.
So, Brood Lords first?
Oh no, you would usually put your Roaches in the front and your Hydras in the front. So hotkey number 1 is in front. Then hotkey number 2 is obviously right-clicked on the Brute Lords. So what usually happens is that you want to engage with the Brute Lords first. So you attack move with the Brute Lords. Then you make sure that your Hydra Roach army is in front of them. So that the Blink Stalkers can't just blink underneath the Brutes and just sort of take them out.
Okay.
Then at the same time, you want to use the Vipers, so hotkey number 2, to blinding cloud on top of any of the Stalkers and Colossus that you see. So most of the time what will happen is that the Brute Lords are just wandering around somewhere, your Roaches and your Hydras are a little bit in front or underneath the Brute Lords, and then he will blink forward to try and take them out. And at that time, you blinding cloud the Stalkers, so they can't take out the Brute Lords, and then let the Brute Lords do their job.
So 1A, 3A, 2, B, 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 B.
Yeah, exactly. Just make sure that 1 is not completely in front of, like not super far ahead, because then it will just get taken out and it will blink forward. So you kind of want your 1 army a little bit in front of the Brute Lords or underneath the Brutes.
Okay.
Well, let's take command. It's going to be gorgeous. Here we go. I'm gonna play my best Protoss. He doesn't even have his army hotkeyed. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'll give you a second.
No, I got this.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so right now I can't really see your army yet, so I'm a little bit confused by it.
Should I not have more than that? Okay. Oh, I don't like that.
So now I'm like, oh shit, I see Brute Lords. And like, oh shit, I wanna kind of blink underneath them, but I don't wanna like mess it up, right?
God, no. Back.
Oh, attack move with the Brutes though. Yeah.
No.
Protoss units are so good, man.
I know.
Blinding Cloud is annoying. Holy shit, I've never played for Blinding Cloud. My units don't do jack shit with Blinding Cloud. Look, now I can't blink underneath, because if I blink underneath, I will lose. You understand what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I blink underneath, you will just Blinding Cloud on top of your own units, and I will just lose, right?
Oh, I keep doing that. Oh, okay. This is a problem.
I think you've actually done this so much better than last time already. It's not like my micro is horrible or anything.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. Giving me a lot of free stuff.
Oh, I'm out of energy, that's why. So close.
So close. Well, I'm forced back at the very least, so you can morph more Brute Lords right now. But that engagement was already so much better than the last ones. So that was good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Colossus! No, 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 no!
Okay, that might have been too much. Yeah. What?
Well, the only way you're gonna win is with Brute Lords, I think. Oh, the first people in the chat joined. Why the fuck is this guy playing Protoss and not Zerg like he's saying? It's confirmed, guys. I'm switching like completely to Protoss from now on. No, I'm not. Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, I don't even have any Vipers. I think you got this one.
Yeah, I just have a really big army right now. Okay. The initial fight though went so much better than it did in like the first attempt that we did, right?
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of practice.
Take me a lot of practice. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope that helped anyway, man. It's been like an hour and 15 minutes.
Thanks for all the help.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you have ever any questions, just feel free to just ask me on Skype. You got me on Skype right now, so it should be good. I usually try and answer everything as soon as I can. So if you have any questions, just feel free to ask it right there. And other than that, I hope it helps, and let me know how it goes.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
No problem, man. Talk to you later. Hello, everyone. My name is Lowko, and welcome to a new StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm video. Today we're gonna be focused